Hey everyone, welcome back to Platinum Trophy Quests. My name is Mark and today we're playing What Remained of Edith Finch again. So this is the second part out of two. I'm sure we're going to finish the story here today. Oh, that's just sad.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Sure thing, Mom.
Hello?
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Am I going to drink the soup?
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh no, I know what we have to do.
I wish she could have told us
Are we going to
about the
drown?
world we saw.
No. Stop it. Stop
There's
it.
so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Pull the plug.
But I know what happened
Guys.
wasn't your fault.
Save him. Save Gregory. He needs to go to Freddy Fazbear Entertainment.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Wow, that's a very sad way to start the episode.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Okay, maybe not. too early there, so maybe to the other side. Maybe we can flip around the letters.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Attack!
Make this bride.
Now what? Do we attack? I am again a little bit lost. So, nope, not there. I once again, oh, up and over apparently. That's possible. I'm not sure what to do again. Do we do something like this? Nope. I'm just attacking the guests. Oh, that did something.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, the night crawler. Just stood to wait.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Attack us. We can do it.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I'm gonna be flying away, am I?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Was I pierced by the tent? Wow, okay, that sucks.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, don't really like that name. Climb wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Slide down. That's her mom then.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Can we not fly to India? Can I? Whee! And I probably need to go back up again. Immediately out of breath. You should probably look into that, Edith.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Okay, not that way, for sure.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back and to see kids in the house again.
Everything's deaf.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Calculus. Louis,
But it
Edith.
didn't last.
Nothing to interact with here.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Ooh. Castle. Parkour. Oh no. No parkour. Jesus, Edith. Wait. Maybe I should peek through the keyhole there. Back. Yes.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
That's nice, right? So, what happened on the 10th birthday of Milton? King Milton!
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
What's a flip book? A door. You go up through it now. That wasn't really
I was
an
four when Milton
explanation.
disappeared.
What the fuck?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Until... No, I'm not sure.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Okay. Now we only have to do one more, Louis. Oh, you have to probably go up there then. Damn, this house is huge. And it's a miracle that it is
Mom definitely blamed
structurally
Edie, but
structurally
I
still
think
up.
Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery, Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's
A
room.
closer look.
Except Lewis.
So his room is just a boat. Okay. I guess we can't open it from here. Or we can. Okay, the controls are a little bit iffy about this, but sure. Let's go. Oh, okay.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh. What do we do? What do we do?
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself.
Oh, hold the hands.
In our sessions, I
Just
saw
like
the same
easy
behavior.
surgeon simulator.
His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
Oh, this is
He said he started
trippy.
small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
just keep facing.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh wow,
I worried about him then,
they put a lot of effort into this.
daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Am I going to self-harm?
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
The people made a relation with him.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
The imagination is getting bigger and bigger, as you can see. And I
Every
think
day
this
his
is going to
imagination
end up
grew
in me
stronger.
not paying attention at all and cutting off my arm.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
It's getting bigger.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
New Hampshire.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Bye, Mom.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Princess.
beautiful prince.
Oh, could have chosen. But sure, beautiful prince.
The prince was on his own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of his silver harp.
At some point I'm gonna just chop my hand off, right?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Yeah, I can't even see the cutting thing anymore.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
I'm falling behind.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Ready to marry his prince. I'm gonna fall to tragedy.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh. Oh. That's depressing.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
This is his palace. Oh, wait. That's us. That's Louis, isn't it?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Finch.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna
The
fall
palace
back.
would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
My people. Am I going to wake up to meet you on my own handle?
His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Take this crown.
Bend down his head.
No. Why?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Emily Nutt. You can't be having that name and be a psychiatrist.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So, Sanjay. I think we have everything right. Except for Mom. And, well, we kind of had ourselves, but also not really.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Is this my room
I
then?
wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah, you do. Do you?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Why did she do that?
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Okay, if you say so.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
It's the real bird. No, it's not. It's fake.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. This is my room then. What remained of Edith Finch?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Almost done then.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh, we can maybe use that later when we are back from this stream. No? This is not it? Hello? Yes, okay. That was a little bit weird, but okay. I want to turn on flashlight every single time.
Isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Aww.
That night, the tide went way, way out.
I mean, normally it's all stories about how people died. But this is about someone being born.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've
All
seen
the dead
that
fish.
house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
No!
I got turned around.
Oh no. No! Edie!
I started seeing things.
Oh dear, like the one we shot. Maybe see things from the other Edith family members like a kite.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
No!
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go!
She's gonna wrap it.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
No! Why did she look like a
The
Playmobil
next morning,
puppet?
the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
And then she died.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Don't
She
Finch.
got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
And now she has children.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Is this
But I guess
my
if you're around
birth?
this now, things didn't work out that way.
Or is this an artery or something? Am I getting a heart attack?
This is where your story begins.
Okay.
I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Aww. But how did we die? Were we sick? That house must be a death trap. Destroyed by giant sparrow. For sure. Can I do something? Everything ends. So these are all the developers or the team making the game. Actually, we should watch the credits because there's one of them that's bound to a trophy. I think it's coming now. Yeah, John. Unlockables program, aka the trophies. Okay, we can do replay a story. And we have play Calvin's story again. We have let him finish and the Great Owl. So actually let's do Molly because she has the owl and the let him finish trophy. By the way, the game here was amazing. I mean, the storytelling is good.
December 13th, 1947.
They all have a diary
Dear
or a
Diary,
comic or something,
I'll
you
be
know.
gone soon,
It's
but
also
I wanted
variation.
to
The
tell
comic was
somebody
very
about what's
creative,
gonna
I think.
It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Gameplay's
I woke
also
up and I was starving.
very weird.
So I looked around for something to eat.
Very varied.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
I'm going to eat the berries because
I ate a lot of things that night. I kept eating and eating.
Why the sound?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Oh,
I
really
reached
now?
out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Oh yeah.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Got you. Oh.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Yes.
I gobbled her up,
And now become an owl.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Okay, we have to catch 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops.
Rabbits.
Okay, that's 1.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up,
Aha.
and I didn't chew one bit. Then
No.
I flew off to find something bigger.
Another rabbit.
A mama rabbit.
Got it.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Baby shark. We still don't know why. Maybe I should play Man-Eater as well. Could be fun, right?
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh, really?
I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
Chomp.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Now, where did you go? There you are.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Now we just have to...
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Now we just have to wait until the guy finishes singing his song. What will we do? Get drunk and
I
say...
was big, but I moved real quiet.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Okay, apparently that was the singing one, so let me try something. So yeah, apparently that one was the guy who was singing, so had to play the entire Mulder story again. Drunken sailor lie in the morn. Some bird put him in the longboat till he's sober. Longboat till he's sober, lie in the morn. I hope this doesn't too long. In the morning. Let him finish. And now we only have to loop-de-loop. It is for replaying Calvin's story again. It's, I think it's pretty, yeah, that's a pretty short one, because you only have to do the swinging, swing.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do
walked the other way.
I told him going around was impossible.
Yeah, right.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Come on, we can do this.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
One more.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Almost. Yes.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
On to the house. This is the last trophy, by the way.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Idiots. Loop-de-loop. Wait a second. Oh, this game doesn't have a platinum. I thought it would have a platinum. Wait, which version of the PS4 version? Can we check game? Let's check it out real quick. What remains of Edith Finch? So we have the game and the game. I am downloading something. Okay, so we were playing the PS4 version apparently. Oopsie.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Can clearly see the divide. I just noticed. Sam all camp, woods, military, and this side's all space, explore, adventure kind of stuff. That's pretty fun. Okay, but that's it for the game. I'm not going to play it again right now, because why? So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.